wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. All right, now some quick sports. They say the Eagles have not received a White House invitation after Super Bowl win, but they say plan to accept it if invited. So
who put that lie out there that they didn't? Somebody just put that lie out there and said that they didn't accept the invite?
That's what they're saying.
Jesus Christ. Well, I'm telling you, a lie will go around the world 3 times on the internet before the truth even puts on his shoes.
Well, good morning, Morgan.
Good morning, DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy, Jess Hilarious. How y'all doing on this Tuesday?
Peace, Morgan.
All right, let's get into it. So President Trump, he's praising Elon Musk about this email, that DOGE email that went out, Department of Government Efficiency, to federal workers asking, hey, what did you do last week? He said the email was genius and suggested the government may be paying people who don't exist or don't even work there. Federal workers had until midnight last night to respond to that email. Musk initially said no response will be taken as a resignation. But last night, he posted on X that federal workers will be given another chance to reply. So another email went out saying federal employees will be given another chance to reply. I believe that new deadline is Wednesday. Now, some agencies have directed their employees to completely just ignore the email. There's other saying don't even open it because if you don't open it, you never saw it, quote unquote. So let's take a listen to President Trump's comments on that email and how he feels.
I thought it was great because we have people that don't show up to work and nobody even knows if they work for the government. So by asking the question, tell us what you did this week, what he's doing is saying, are you actually working? We're trying to find out if people are working. And so we're sending a letter to people, please tell us what you did last week. If people don't respond, it's very possible that there is no such person or they're not working.
What about the person who just got hired? What are they supposed to say that they did last week?
But don't the people have managers and aren't managers, watching over a certain amount of employees, right? Shouldn't that's how it worked? You would think?
Man, listen, I want to say salute to all the Republicans like the Cash Patals and the Tulsi Gabbards and the Pete Hegseths. I don't care how you feel about them.
Standing on it.
Yeah, I don't care how you feel about them. I'm glad that they told their employees to ignore that email from Elon Musk. That's just not a sophisticated way to find out who's doing what in federal government. It's just that simple.
Well, let's take it a step further. Did you know the response to the email that federal workers to list what they accomplished will be read by AI? So sources tell NBC News that replies to the Elon Musk directed email will be fed into an AI model which determine if their jobs are necessary. So the report says the information the workers submit will go into an advanced AI system that understands, generates, and processes human language. AI system the U.S. Office of Personnel Management, which is the original DOGE, sent an email to government employees on Saturday asking them, again, to list the 5 bullet points of what they accomplished last week. And again, like I said, Musk said, if you don't respond to that email, then that will be taken as a resignation. But can you believe AI is going to be the determining factor?
And that's the problem. That's why when Elon Musk was comparing DOGE to the National Partnership for Reinventing Government that Clinton initiated in the 90s. The difference was when Bill Clinton actually worked with federal agents and civil servants and private sector experts when he was, seeing where he could trim the fat. He wasn't dealing with AI and sending out emails saying, hey, tell me what you did last week.
I will tell you, I got quite a few calls yesterday from some sources I won't reveal, and I will say that from the inside, I'm getting that this is quite the farce. A lot of people are saying that, I'm going to work on bringing you guys some exclusive inside tea, but I want to make sure that my sources are protected for once. And, the federal workers who are kind of like the first timers, they're reeling, but some of the, OGs, they're like, man, please.
Morgan, you protect your sources? Just don't say who they are.
Okay. All right. Hey. All right, y'all. So President Trump and French President Emmanuel Macron met at the White House yesterday. The two leaders spoke about efforts to end the war in Ukraine, trade deals between the two countries, and Trump also said the bond between France and U.S. is strong. Let's hear more from President Trump.
Today's a big day in that we had a G7 and President Macron, who's a very special man in my book. We were together. We did it together. We've had some very good talks with Russia. We've had some very good talks with others, and we're trying to get the war ended. with Russia and Ukraine, and I think we've come a long way in a short period of weeks. The relationship's been very special with France and very special with this gentleman on my right, and we look forward to keeping that going for a long period of time.
No, that's almost like you and Envy, Charlamagne.
Nah.
All right, so they
Maybe actually like each other, not just for work.
So the two said they will also, I've mentioned that they talk about trade deals. And of course, Macron is the first European leader to visit the White House since Trump's second term began. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer is set to arrive on Thursday for a meeting with Trump. So I'll keep you guys posted as to what's going on. It's so much. I was like, I almost
man. Seriously, salute to all the families out there being affected by the federal funding cuts, man.
Absolutely.
You know, people with disabilities, veterans, elderly people. One of my homies yesterday in Alabama was telling me that Easter Seals got gutted. And, you know, Easter Seals is an American 501 nonprofit that provides disability services, and they have additional support areas for veterans and military families and seniors and caregivers. And, you know, one of his family members was going there 3 days a week. Now it's just going to be a one day a week because of how bad they got gutted.
Damn.
So they are really affecting, everyday working class people in a real way with this foolishness.
And not to mention tariffs are on the way. We'll talk more about that.
Oh, my God.
All right. Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get back in some front page news. What's up, Morgan?
Yes, let's continue the conversation from the first hour. So speaking from the White House yesterday, President Trump says tariffs against Mexico and Canada, well, they will move forward. He made the comments while speaking alongside French President Emmanuel Macron. It comes as a month-long delay of their implementation will expire next week. Let's hear more from Trump as he moves those tariffs forward.
We've been mistreated very badly by many countries, not just Canada and Mexico. We've been taken advantage of. We were led by, in some cases, fools. Anybody that would agree to allow this to happen to our country should be ashamed of themselves. No, the tariffs are going forward on time, on schedule.
Yeah, so the two countries, Mexico and Canada, could see 25% tariffs on all exports starting on March 4th, which is officially a week away. That'll be next Tuesday. So again, some of those items could be avocados, berries, all kinds of food. Of course, coming out of Canada, there's we have things that are impacting the auto industry, steel. It's a lot of keep an eye on.
You know, Morgan, sometimes I can't keep up. I thought that they did that little dance, a few weeks ago, but then Canada and everybody agreed to.
And he said he did the dance, and y'all didn't do what I needed y'all to do. So
I thought they did. I thought they did do what he needed them to do.
He's saying y'all didn't move like I need y'all to move. So guess what? The tariffs will move forward. That's essentially what's happening.
How we know this ain't just another flex, though? This ain't just another.
You know what, Charlamagne, I ain't gonna hold you. Every day I come up here and I'll be like, this man better not change his mind before I get off air. But we really don't know. But as of right now, he did say he's gonna move forward with the tariffs, 25% on Mexico and Canada, and that would be starting on exports next week, March 4th.
And then they gonna hit us back, and then the price of goods and products is just gonna go up more here in America. So it's more pain on the American people's pockets.
Yeah, and that's not efficient. DOGE. Anyways, all right, so switching gears, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, he says Democrats have to stop the Republican budget plan from going through. Appearing on CNN's State of the Union over the weekend, Jeffries said only a few Republicans are needed to break ranks in order to prevent the government funding package from being approved this week, which could result in a government shutdown. Let's hear more from House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries on the GOP budget.
What we do know is that the Republicans have the House, the Senate, and the presidency. It is their responsibility to fund the government. This budget is a betrayal of working class Americans, of middle class Americans, and of everyday Americans. And Democrats are going to continue to make clear that we will stand against the effort to end Medicaid as we know it, stand against the effort to detonate Social Security or Medicare.
Yeah, of course, they're also looking at major tax cuts for billionaires in that budget as well. And so the New York Democrat said that reckless budget proposals would cut vital programs that Americans rely on. He also insisted that the Democratic Party remains committed to opposing President Trump's agenda, despite being a minority in both houses, both houses of Congress, basically the House of Representatives and the Senate.
Hey, man, please keep Hakeem Jeffries off TV. Let Hakeem operate behind the scenes.
You keep saying that, man.
No,
Why do you say that?
How do we turn Hakeem Jeffries' TV off? Like he is Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer's son. He talks just like them, same old ideologies in a younger body. He's not the messenger or the fighter we need in this moment. Give me AOC, give me Jasmine Crockett, give me Ayanna Presley. Like, let Hakeem fight behind the scenes. It's like every time he get on TV, it's like the windshield wipers are going and it ain't even raining.
Turn the TV off. Turn the TV off. All right. So speaking of New York, bringing things home to you guys, Mayor Eric Adams, he is suing the Trump administration. We talked a little bit about this yesterday, Envy. This is over FEMA funds that were already paid to the city and then rescinded. So Adams says the $80 million that FEMA approved, paid, and then rescinded after the city spent more than $7 billion in the last 3 years is a bare minimum of our taxpayers deserve. And that's why we're going to ensure our city's residents get every dollar they're owed. Now, City Hall also noted that the federal regulations in terms of the shelter and service program grant terms, which is essentially what where those funds came from, or what the funds were supposed to go to, the shelter and service program, that the government actually violated the federal government's authority and obligations to implement congressionally approved and funded programs. Now, Adams also is calling out fellow Democrats for calling to push him out, pushing for his removal, saying it would have not been in sync with the country's values. Adams also praised Governor Kathy Hochul, New York Governor Kathy Hochul, and maintains that New York City is, in fact, a sanctuary city for migrants. Let's hear more from New York City Mayor Eric Adams.
The governor must make her decision to govern the state. I must make the decision to govern the city. There's going to be things we're going to agree on. There are going to be things we're going to disagree on. But we're going to come together and understand that we need to make this a safe place for children and families. The city is a sanctuary city. You know, that's what the law requires for us. So they should believe that is the case. But I cannot be any clearer. If you come here thinking you're going to commit a violent crime, this is not the place for you.
So, he made those comments at a news conference yesterday, and he rebuked his rivals, some of whom want his job, saying removing him from office would undermine democracy and the will of the people. Now, New York Governor Kathy Hochul said she chose not to remove Adams, of course, in regards to all of the drama that is surrounding him with the Justice Department and his charges that were dropped or charges that were removed and things of that nature. Of course, the mayor continues to maintain his innocence, and he denies it. That case, of course, has now been postponed indefinitely. So
yeah, I see they closing the Roosevelt Hotel, which they said has 1,000 rooms, which it was nothing but migrants, and they said they processed over 173,000 migrants. They said they're shutting that down in about the next 30 days, which is in the middle of Manhattan.
Yes, and apparently a dozen other shelters by June as well. So this goes to that essentially what Adams was saying about it being a migrant city, but to this point, it doesn't seem like the migrants feel that confidence in Adams or the city. So the fact that what you said, the Roosevelt Hotel in Manhattan and dozens of other shelters are expected to be shut down by June. The hotel, on average, received 4,000 migrants arrivals a week at one point, but that number has since dropped to 350 per week. But the mayor, like I said, he insists that the city still plans on providing humanitarian care. It doesn't seem like the city or the migrants in the city believe him. So all right. I'll keep you guys posted on that. But that's your front page news. Happy Tuesday. I'm Morgan Wood. Follow me at Morgan Media. And for more news coverage, follow at Black Information Network. Download the free iHeartRadio app and visit us at BINnews.com. Thank you.
Thank you, Morgan.
Wake that ass up
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.